Beautiful Fiji is the stage for the Outerknown Fiji Pro. You're joining us in quarterfinals. Heat number 2, a great one. Michel Bourez, lots of experience up against the rookie Leonardo Fioravanti, who is finally starting to blossom here as he gets a breakthrough result in 2017 into the quarterfinals.
Scores. So this was the opening wave for Michel Bourez. No stranger to the tube ride, coming from Tahiti. Now you can see him starting to pump and just goes down there. So once you grab that rail in a tighter transition of a tube, it's really hard to get that flow going, that momentum. You can watch him starting to tug on the rail, bang, there it is. And again, starting to try and drive through that section. A little harder to do on your backhand than your front side when the wave gets sort of really tight in the barrel.
Moving out of the high tide zone on the tide chart here as we see this wave drawing off the reef of Michel. Tucks in, but he artfully will do all the tucking without an exit as that wave steamrolls down the reef with a little under 29 minutes to go.
So got a nice tube, and then I knew on the way out there was some really nice, like fast, long ones that were kind of going under everyone in the heats before. So on the way out, I found that thing and was like, oh, another 8. This is nice. And then the third one I got was, I thought it was like the best line I've seen since I've been here. I've figured that if I think I'm too deep, I'm probably in the right spot. But yeah, it's weird. You see the wall stretches out so long and your natural reaction is just to start racing. But if you hold back for one, just hold back a second and then you end up deep and in the right spot. So
let's have a look at the last one from Michel Bourez while we're at that interview. A bigger set wave, and Michel Bourez slides into it using that rail grab, slowing himself down. Now he starts to hit the gas, driving through that section, and then the Spartan fights his way through for a solid score. This is going to be a keeper wave for Michel Bourez. Put a little bit of pressure on the Italian stallion. Look at this. Perfect positioning from Michel Bourez. Starts to lean forward, ducking his head, contorting his body, and then standing up strong to get through that one. So Michel Bourez comes flying out the end of an 8.50 and the first excellent score of the heat.
Matt Wilkinson can get a win here in Fiji. But there's still lots to come and lots to talk about as Leo goes behind the curtain here. Engineering this tube beautifully. Now puts the weight on the front foot to come through the loop there and out. Now loads up the turn, cracks it lovely. So nice reply to Michel Bourez's 8.5 right there. We have a heat on our hands, Potts.
Yep, exactly. Good fight back right there from Leonardo Fioravanti.
Last year, you mentioning his run. Let's have a look at the replay of this, though, as he engineers this.
Yeah, nice tube stance. Just grabs the rail, slides in, as did Michel Bourez. Tucking in for quite some time. Comes out and then got that little bonus section and connected nicely with it. So, combination of maneuvers there from the tube to the turn. I like the sliding in right there. Just slides nice and tight, pulls up, and then drives through the section. You can see that front hand just keeping in touch with the speed of the wave. It kind of gives him a gauge on how much water's moving, how fast he needs to go. Good surfing right there.
Couldn't get that first wave. Wilco got that first wave. We were both up the top. He was hassling me, keeping me up the top, and that was the difference in the start of the heat, and it seemed like it got him into a rhythm right away. He had 2 8s in the first, or 3 8s in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And then it was up to me to counter, and I waited for my moment.
Julian Wilson finishes 5th here in Fiji as you now swing the focus back to quarterfinal number 2 with Leonardo Fioravanti behind the curtain. He's going to get that one in the head somewhere back there and he'll go incomplete. But while we were discussing all that, numbers have been climbing for Michel Bourez.
Single high scoring wave, and then Bourez slides into this beautiful wave, driving through that section, ducking under the little bonus piece at the end. And then this is what I like about Michel's surfing, is his ability now to finish off his waves. He doesn't go too hard at the end, just make sure he finishes on his feet, finishes with control. Look at that, perfect positioning, up and over the foam board, ducks under that little end section, and then connects nicely. Big backside hooking maneuver with a bit of a tail slide, gives himself a clap, 8.63, and extends his lead yet again over Leo Fioravanti.
Live action. Bourez back in the tunnel here, and Cloudbreak, and he'll accelerate the speed out. He's liking the feel as he gets pushed down the reef here. Now another backhand hits as well. And as he claims it, he gets a slap on the back of the head from the South Pacific. But nonetheless, another momentum builder here for Michel Bourez.
Score's starting to come through right now. Leonardo Fioravanti needing an 8.57. Michel slides into this one, driving through the section, completely disappears out of view and comes out nice and clean. Bangs it at the end. So Michel Bourez finding some sort of rhythm here, Geeks, and have a look at that score. It's an excellent score yet again. Look at this, driving through the section. Comes out untouched. That was a clean shot. A bullet out of the end of the rifle as Michel flies into that last turn. Great surfing from the Tahitian.
That's about 100 yards between the two surfers. Michel down the end of the reef here will jump aboard again. Little ditch out. So that's a little technique just to bail, get away from your equipment. Get spat out the back of the wave as it churns onto the reef.
Trying to dissect what happened. Here we go.
Let's have a look as Leo now enters the pit here. Stalling. This one's one of those slower paced waves down the reef now. There's a little section to speed up. Leans forward, body weight forward. Is there enough to accelerate out? Oh. No, the answer's no. So, wow.
That could have been a great score.
Needs a 9.23. Just under 3 feet of tide swing here on the South Pacific. Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, beautiful entry into that tube, but was kind of didn't really disappear as as much as what he would like to have. And then this second section, driving as the wave semi-grows and then gets faster, but then completely clamps down, and unfortunately no exit there for Leonardo Fioravanti. 5 points on that occasion, not enough. He needs a 9.23. Beautiful positioning again, and just goes down right there, so almost came out of that one.
See him constantly squirreling around the lineup. He's going to have a shot at another one here. Here he goes. Michel's let him have this one. Ducks in, pinching section, another incomplete. So lots of entries into the barrel, but not a lot of exits here. Looking at the size of these waves, Leo again gets to work. Big requirements of a 9.23 on a medium-sized wave as he swings into gear with a succession of backhand hits. Can he come around that section? No, he can't. And that is going to be all the surfing we see from Leonardo Fioravanti. And he'll take the heat win here to set him up against Matt Wilkinson in semi-final number 1. And that's going to be another great encounter. Talking of great encounters, 2 goofy footers will do battle next in Connor O'Leary taking on John Duru.